Hello, and welcome to the 9 to 5 Wellness Podcast. Today, I want to chat with you about a topic that I've been thinking of for the last week, because last week I went to a bunch of tech week events in New York City. And one of the things that I came to realize when I was attending those events was that the more clarity I had around my goals going forward, what I want to see for my podcast and what I want to see for my business, I ended up being with the right people and in the right rooms, right? So that has been something that is kind of new for me, because in the past, I have almost felt like whenever I want to be in the right room, it's almost like a forced finding, right? So this time it was like a natural meetup of the two. And I created this LinkedIn post where I mentioned that, I've started believing in law of attraction, where the more clear I'm getting on my goals, the more I'm getting attracted to the right people, and I'm getting attracted to the right rooms, and I'm in the right rooms. So the energy has just totally shifted. Super happy about it. But I also wanted to talk about it, what it means for you guys, for the 9 to 5ers who are working so hard for yourself, for us, for your families, to provide. And you want to progress in your career, right? You want to see some way or form of advancement. And you're like, but I don't feel like things are working out. So I want to help you with that. And one of the things I want to ask you, have you ever noticed how a single high level conversations can completely change the trajectory of your career? So knowing the right person, meeting up with the right people, it can totally change everything. Or how being in the presence of right people feels less like a coincidence too, right? And more like pure cosmic alignment. So that being said, welcome to 9 to 5 Wellness Podcast. Today we are going to be diving deep into this concept that governs our success, honestly, our happiness, and very fabric of how we experience the universe. I'm talking about the magic that happens when you finally end up with the right people and in the right rooms, when your goals possess absolute clarity. Your focus shifts like a camera lens, like literally it just narrows in on that particular goal of yours. And the universe actually kind of comes together to conspire by aligning your path with the right rooms and circles. And this phenomenon reflects the most famous, there is a philosopher who came up with this concept, and I love the book. He's the author of the book, The Alchemist, and I'm trying to think of his name. His name is Paulo Coelho. And I just love the book. If you haven't read The Alchemist, I highly, highly recommend you go ahead and grab that book and read it. Because he mentions this concept that when you truly desire something, events and encounters orchestrate themselves in your favor. So then finding the right rooms becomes easier. And finding the right rooms for your business and career, which I'm talking about the physical spaces, maybe it's a digital community and networking circles that align with your growth. It just flows. It just flows super easy, right? So I think what we need to do is to evaluate our goals, understand our target audience. We need to understand our budget. We need to surround ourselves with mentors and peers and physical environments that naturally foster success. So, this is what we are going to talk about. If you are listening to me, go grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's get into it. So, the first thing I want to mention over here is the law of correspondence and your outer reality. So, there was a study done of like 12 universal law that's called the law of correspondence, which states that as above, so below, as below, so above. And you're like, what does that mean? In simple terms, it means your external world is a mirror of your internal world. If you've spent the last few years feeling stuck, if you feel like you are underpaid, or maybe you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm drained, I have no energy, I feel like I'm not creative anymore, I'm like creatively drained. Look at the rooms you've been sitting in and the energy you've been vibrating. Yep, because you're absorbing that energy from the room and then you're projecting it onto people around you. So if the energy level isn't where you want to be, maybe this is where you want to ask yourself, is this working? And the moment you start to understand this concept that where you're at and the amount of clarity you have for your goals really matters and it produces energy in your life, everything will change. So if you've spent the last few years feeling stuck, this is it. This is the moment you want to start healing, the moment you elevate your internal alignment. Because when you start doing that, something incredible happens. The universe answers. It starts orchestrating. It synchronizes other people and other rooms to you. It guides you to the right people at exactly the right time. So think about it. We have all sat in rooms where our growth was made to feel uncomfortable. We have been in environments where people complain about their circumstances rather than looking for solutions. When you get into the right room, a room full of visionaries, builders, and dreamers, the energetic frequency shifts. Proximity is power. When you surround yourself with the right people, their confidence, clarity, and drive, they become contagious. The universe responds to your newly elevated state. The law of attraction dictates that you attract what you vibrate at. By placing yourself among individuals who are thinking bigger, moving sharper, and executing at a higher level, you literally reprogram your own personal reality. So, what does it mean for you? It means that you need to take action and start making the shift. Here is what a lot of people get stuck at. They wait until they feel 100% confident or like ready before they even want to try and go into that room. They wait for that perfect moment to step on the stage. They wait for that perfect moment to launch the business or make the pivot. And hey, I've been there, so I understand. I know it's not all on you. There can be circumstances, there can be other people in your life where this dynamic is playing and you don't feel confident enough to get to that level. But you have to do that audit, right? And if that's the case, understand that, you don't need to be 100% ready. You're already ready, right? Taking that chance, having that confidence and just going in is what is required. So confidence doesn't work that way. Most times when you get into the right room, confidence isn't something you have first. It's something you borrow from the room until you build your own. The universe requires action. The right ideas and the right relationships won't just stalk you. You have to step inside the arena to be available for them. You have to buy the ticket, book the flight, or send a DM. That's it. It's as simple as sending an email or sending like a message, maybe on LinkedIn. Yeah, go ahead and do that. So I want you to understand that you have to start finding those mentors and those sponsors and those, I don't know, maybe it's a manager, maybe it's another teammate who will root for you and who will introduce you to other people who will make your dreams and your goals a reality. So I want to leave you with this question today. Are the rooms you're in allowing you to expand, or are they keeping you playing small? If you're waiting for a sign to step up, consider this episode it. Evaluate your circle, evaluate your energy, and make the conscious choice to get into the room that aligns with your ultimate vision. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend who needs that cosmic push today. And if you like what we share on the podcast here, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps me get in front of more listeners like you. And for the month of June, I am doing a Starbucks gift card drawing. You will be entered into a Starbucks gift card drawing. So one lucky winner will win a $25 Starbucks gift card on July 1st. And I'll be doing the drawing here on social media, on LinkedIn and Instagram live, just to stay accountable myself and for you guys to see it for full transparency. So if you like the show, hit subscribe and leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast.